to Today at Tech. I'm your host, Natalie Noel. In today's episode, we will be interviewing our Teacher of the Year and visiting our STEM class. Now let's hear from Hunter Powers and a very special teacher.
Thank you, Natalie. I'm here with our Teacher of the Year, and we have an exclusive interview. Would you go ahead and tell us about yourself?
My name's Jeremy Radeball. I've taught here at Northeast Tech since July of 2015.
All right.
Grew up in Tulsa. Started my schooling at NEO Junior College and went to Oklahoma State. And I graduated with a master's degree from Pittsburgh State after that, and started my career actually back at NEO Junior College. So spent a lot of my life up in this part of the state.
So how long have you been with Northeast Tech?
I actually started here on this campus in the fall of 2001, but I wasn't working for Northeast Tech. I was working for what's called the Oklahoma School of Science and Mathematics. They opened a regional center here. So I've been here at the Tech Center campus since 2001, so over 20 years, but I actually went to work for the Tech Center in July of 2015.
All right. There's geese that live here, so what is your opinion of the geese? Because I know a lot of people have been attacked by them.
They are, and as a teacher here, I used to actually have a classroom over in B building, and during break times, I would station myself right outside the window. So in case one of these goose attacks happened, I didn't want to miss it. I'm a nature lover, so I love seeing the little baby geese around campus, but no doubt they can be a little bit of a nuisance with all their scat everywhere.
Yeah.
And you're right, you have to plan your attack from B building to A building,
Yeah.
And go around the baby geese. So.
Yeah. So what made you want to become a teacher?
Probably a couple things. Mr. John Lomax, who was probably my favorite teacher ever, he was the chair of the math department at NEO Junior College when I went to school there. I was a pre-engineering student there, and I went to work at the math lab, and I started tutoring students in math. And I figured out I was pretty good at that. I was pretty good at helping people learn the math, and basically was kind of teaching them on the chalkboard there in those days. And I really modeled myself after John Lomax. He was always a funny guy, really smart guy, great balance in his classroom of fun but seriousness. And so after I spent a couple of years at NEO before I transferred to Oklahoma State, I decided that teaching was what I wanted to do.
All right. Is this your first job teaching?
No, my first job was actually back at NEO. When I graduated with a bachelor's degree in math from Oklahoma State in '96, a math job happened to come open at NEO Junior College, and so I went to work in the math department there first.
Oh, so it was like a perfect timing kind of thing.
It was a perfect timing thing, and my work there at NEO and getting to know Mr. Lomax was a big reason I got that job.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to tell us about your teaching experience?
It's been a great ride. I mean, when I taught at NEO Junior College, I taught all levels from basic math, or what you would call maybe zero-level courses. These are remedial courses, so students that maybe struggled with math, and all the way up to calculus. And so with students that were good at math going on into engineering-type majors. So I learned that, there's different methods that are needed to teach the different math disciplines. But it's about a couple of things. It's about knowing the math, knowing the material, knowing the knowledge, and also how do you connect with the class that you're teaching? What style do you need to use? How fast can you go?
Yeah.
How slow do you need to go? And so on and so forth. A lot of different things.
Yeah. So we've been talking about how, teaching has been for you. So how have your students impacted you?
Wow. Very inspirational in a lot of ways. In my early career, I started pretty young. I didn't see immediately what I was capable of doing and what they were capable of doing for me. I just saw it as going to school and every day and teaching this material to some students. But over the years, students would come back and visit me and say, hey, I'm glad that you had high expectations for me. I'm glad that, I didn't really understand this stuff until you taught me. And as you hear these stories, it really kind of motivates you and inspires you. I love all the success stories I think about, and it makes me want to work hard. It makes me want to inspire students. And I feel like outside of math, that's my main job, is to inspire students to want to learn and be all they can be. And the day that I can't do that anymore is the day I'll hang it up. But I don't see that anytime soon. So.
That's about all the time we have for questions. So thank you for coming on here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Back to you, Natalie.
Congratulations, Mr. Radabaugh, on being awarded Teacher of the Year, and congratulations to Mrs. Carnes for being recognized as Staff Member of the Year. Now let's dive into the world of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
My name is Tricia Masterson, and I'm the STEM Academy instructor. So the glider project, we start out with, in theory, we go over the equations, we do an online simulation, and then they get to build it, apply it in real life, and compare the two. So it's a really good way for them to see what they've learned in theory and apply it in real life.
My name is Loudon Hicks, and I'm in the STEM Academy. Right now, we are making airplane gliders made out of wood, out of soft wood. So our teacher, she gave us restraints on what materials we could use. So using that material, we had to design a glider on some software on our computer, and we used that into a wood glider that we took, and we tested it, shot it out of a slingshot, and measured the results.
We used multiple tools that we have available here at the STEM lab, and including our laptops, where we have a computer program where we design the gliders and see whether or not it'll generate enough lift to be able to fly, as well as like our hands-on working, cutting the wood and gluing it to construct the gliders. Getting familiarized with the program was a little difficult at first, learning the ins and outs of it. And obviously, as we're testing the gliders, they can get damaged from crashing, and so we get to repair them and then break them and repair them. I like this program because while we also get to do all the hands-on stuff, like a lot of the other technical programs out here, we get to do a lot of, there's a lot of mental aspects behind it. We get to do the math and the design process and be involved in all sorts of STEM ideas behind the construction process. So we get to do both the mental aspect and the physical aspect on all of our projects.
We use a lot of NASA's applets and their design software, so that way we get a lot of real-life results, just like what they would see in theory when we work on the equations with advanced math and advanced science.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next installment of Today at Tech.